all authorities, all teachers, parents, and my sweet children. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our project. So today we are going to learn something new in English. So let us start our today's lesson. October 2021. Today is Friday and today's subject is English. Today I'm going to take chapter 2.3, its poem, and the name of the poem is The Little River. I am Seema Mohan Pandit, Sainath Nagar Municipal Marathi School number 1, who is going to take today's lesson. Children, can you see that picture? In that picture, you can see the water is flowing. It's going on and on. And this is a river. Our today's thought of the day is related to that picture only. Time flows away like water in the river. Students, river always flow ahead. It can't come back. It can't reverse. Once the flow goes, means it goes. It will not come back. Time is like that only. In our life, every time, every minute comes and goes. It cannot reverse. It cannot come back. So students, use that time, every minute of your life for good things. वेळ परत येत नाही. जसं नदीचं पाणी परतत नाही तसं. So use it as much as you can. So your life will be flourish. Otherwise, what we think that let it be, I will do it in the evening, I will do it tomorrow. Okay, homework is there, I will do it tomorrow. But students, tomorrow never comes. Next day, again tomorrow is there. So time doesn't come back. Use it. Today means today. Whenever you get time, study, read something new, good things. That is the thought of the day. Now, today we are going to learn poem. What we are going to read the poem or listen the poem? No. Today we are going to learn every point of that poem. So today we are unable to sing the poem. As usual, we are going to learn new words, new expressions. Expressions means what we express. Last time I have taken figures of speech. We find in prose and poems everywhere. And find types of figures of speech. I have taken last time figures of speech. I think you may remember. Like alliteration or onomatopoeia, like this. I think you must have remembered this. Why I have taken this? Because we will find this in this poem, the figures of speech. That also we are going to learn today. Children, look at on your screen. You can see 4 pictures. First picture, I have written there winter. So everywhere you can see snow. What is difference between ice and snow? Yes, there is little bit difference. Ice means cube or big. Anything big that is made of ice. Then what is snow? मुलांनो स्नो आणि बर्फातला फरक काय? स्नो means तुम्ही हे खाता काय गोळा खाता बर्फाचा. तो गोळा बनवताना माणूस तो जो विकणार आहे तो खिसतो बघा बर्फ आणि खाली पडतं. दॅट इज कॉल्ड स्नो. मीन्स स्मॉल पार्टिकल्स ऑफ आईस. Small particles of ice. And ice means big, something big. And in winter, we can see snow, not ice. Snow everywhere because it is very cold. Now the next picture, spring. In spring, you can see everywhere green nature. Trees are green, flowers are there. Many colors of flowers we can see in spring. Flourished, everywhere flourished, everything. We feel pleasant in that season. Now, third season is summer. You can see in that picture. Summer, the sun is very bright. We feel hot. And fourth is monsoon. In monsoon, you can see in that picture, a rain is going on. Why I have given these pictures? Because in next you are going to answer me, match the pair. I have given you options down there. Options are there like hot, pleasant, cold, and rainy. Now you have seen the pictures, so you can answer. Yes.
Teacher, can I Gayatri?
Yes, Gayatri.
In winter, its pair is cold.
Yes, weather is cold. Yes, correct. Summer. In summer.
Teacher Vishaka?
Yeah.
Teacher, summer is hot.
Yes, it's very hot in summer because sun is very bright. Yes, monsoon.
Rainy.
Yes, correct. Very good. And the last one, spring.
Teacher, pleasant.
Yes, pleasant. We feel pleasant, very happy because everywhere we can see greenery. And these are some seasons I have given you here. Students, we have learned this some winter, summer, spring. These are the same names of the seasons in English. In Marathi also we have some names like Shishir, Vasant, Grish, like that. You all of you may know. So let us go to the next part. You can see again the picture of river. Say that's river. The water is flowing, it's going on, and there is a bank. The name of the poem itself tells you the poem is about the little river. The poem is very nice. Last time when I was taking figures of speech, I told you that if we want to show something, we draw pictures. But every time we don't need pictures. Sometimes the words which are used in the poem or prose create a picture in front of you. शब्दच चित्र बनून जातात. This poem is also like that. That poem shows you some picture of river. It describes two different pictures of river. River in summer and river in rainy season. All of you have seen a river. You have seen that scene at the bank of the river. Everything which we see in a daily life, the poet has described here. How river looks in summer, how it looks in rainy season, and in a very easy way. Some new words are there, but we can imagine with the help of words. शब्दांच्या माध्यमातून चित्र तयार होतो डोळ्यासमोर. So let us see. You can see Rabindranath Tagore. You have heard the name of this person. He was poet, a writer, and social reformer. He wrote so many poems. Children, do you know? He loved to write and he started writing at the age of 7. When he first heard rhyme in his small class, he loved that, he enjoyed that. And at the age of 7, he started writing. He wrote so many poems, so many prose, so many novels, and he was also social reformer. What is social reformer? Who tries to change which is not good for society. इतिहासात तुम्ही शिकलात. So he tried to change society's mind. That is called social reformer. He born on 7th May 1861, and in his whole life he wrote many dramas, means plays, natak, short stories, small stories, novels, and poetry also. He wrote our national anthem, Jana Gana Mana. That is our now national anthem. He wrote. He is from Kolkata, and he was rewarded with a Nobel Prize in 1913 for his work as a social work, as a poet, as a writer. He was rewarded Nobel Prize. If you go on Google, you will find more information about it. Now, we will see how he has wrote poems, he has written poems in easy language. Let us, one example is there, The Little River. The poem is in front of you. Children, listen carefully. The pronunciation of the poems, words, I will read that poem. You can see the poem, you think that it is big, but it's very easy. Let us listen. The Little River. Our little river, it meanders along. In summer, the water is only knee deep, and cows and carts can cross it with ease. For the banks, though high, are not too steep. No sign of slime, the sands shine bright. No one sure, gush fill blossom white. Chirping miners through that sight, the jackal's call is heard there at night. Across lie groves of mango and palm, the village priests dwell in their cool shade. Girls and boys bathe close to the bank, splashing with their gumchas as they wade. At dusk and dawn, once their bath is done, they dip wash clothes to trap small fish. To their household task the wives return, having used river sand to square each dish. In Ashad, clouds gather, the waters rise, the rivers inspect, the current grows strong. The air is rife with babbling sounds as the muddy torrent swells along. The woods on shore stir to life again, and our village wakens to celebrate the rain. Some new words are there. We are going to see it, and we are going to enjoy the poem also. Children, you have seen poem. You have seen river. So it's not very difficult for you to imagine. तुम्ही नदी बघितल्यात, नदीच्या किनाऱ्याचा प्रदेश पण बघितलात, आणि गावी नदीच्या किनारी घडणाऱ्या घटना पण बघितल्यात. And the poet has described in words that picture. Let us see. We will start from first stanza. Our little river, it meanders along. In summer, the water is only knee deep, and cows and carts can cross it with ease, for the banks, though high, are not too steep. what that poet wants to describe here? He is describing the river, how it looks in summer. Summer, we all know that it's very hot. So our little river, poet is saying our, not he is saying my, means it's the river is everybody's river. Means every river. It meanders, meanders, meanders. What is meaning of meanders? The river never goes straight. It twists and turn. In goes, it twists and turn. वळण घेत. सरळ जात नाही, वळण घेत. See, the picture is in front of you. Now you can imagine the river is flowing in meanders along. Along means going from one end to another end. It's going on. In summer, the water is only knee deep. Now you can see that boy is standing in the river. How he can stand? Because there is a less water in the river, because it's summer. And knee deep means literally meaning is gudghyavar pani. But if you see the meaning in literature, that is means less water. There is very less water in that river. And cows and carts can cross it with ease. Ease means easily. Carts is going, you can see in that picture, cart is going on. Bullock cart is there. It's going, it's crossing river. Why it's crossing river easily? Because there is a less water. Means cows and carts can cross it with ease. They can cross the river. That shows that there is very less water in that river. For the banks, though high or not too steep. Now children, pay attention on bank. Bank means you will think that the place where we get money or we deposit money. Here the banks mean bed, shore, kinara, nadi kinara, bank. For the bank, children keep in mind, bank has two meanings. One, bank means where we get money or we deposit money, and bank means shore or bed of the river. Nadi sa kinara means banks. Though high, now the water is less, so we can see that bank is very high, it increased. Actually it doesn't increase, but it look like, because water is less, it has gone down and are not too steep. It's not sharp. That bank is not sharp now because water is less. All these words tells you knee deep, or cow and carts are going, banks are high. All these words tells you that there is less water because it is summer. Means in first part, poet is describing a river, how it looks in summer. So this is the description of summer. उन्हाळ्याचं वर्णन आहे इथे. We summer, we say ग्रीष्म ऋतू. Okay. Now here you can see the end of every line. See, along, knee deep, is, steep. They are not rhyming, but if you can see deep and steep, the second line and fourth line, you can see rhyming words, deep and steep. This is called one type of rhyme scheme. लक्षात राहिलं नाही तर फक्त ऐकून ठेवा. It is called rhyme scheme. How it is, we will see next time also. So let us see next stanza. In no sign of slime, the sunshine bright, no one sure, cash fields blossom white. Chirping mynas, though that sight, the jackal's house is heard there at night. In this stanza, poet says there is no slime. Slime means mud, chikkal. It is hot, so it's not wet, so it's not mud. The bank is not muddy, so it's no sign of slime. Slime means mud. Slime, slime, slime. The sand shine bright. Sand. All of you know sand. नदीच्या किनारी वाळू असते. It is shining bright. And on the sand on the shore shines brightly. And on the other side of the river or bank, you can see blossoms white. Now see, on shore cash. Cash means I have given you the picture of cash. Cash means tall grass with flowers. हे तर तुम्ही सगळे गावी बघतच असाल. नदीच्या किनारी असं गवत येतं. त्याला फ्लॉवर्स फुलं असतात. That is called cash. On one shore means on one side of the river, on one bank of the river, shore means bank or bed, kinara. Cash fields blossom white. You can see the field of cash, field of tall grass, and its colors is white blossom, white colors, flowers. You can see there. Chirping mynas, myna's sound. It's myna's sound, chirping sound. Chirping mynas through that sight. Students, what we have seen that in last figures of speech, when sound is given, that is called onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia, that is the figures of speech. आपण बघितलं होतं की जर प्राण्यांचे आवाज दिले असतील तर ते कोणतं figures of speech असतं? Onomatopoeia. And here you can see chirping mynas through that sight. The mynas are making sound, and that for that sound they have used chirping. So it is onomatopoeia. Through that sight, now sight means sense. In that sign, in that bank, you can listen myna sound also. Other thing also we can hear. The jackal's call is heard there at night. At night, you can listen the voice of jackal, fox. Fox sound, that is called hall. Jackal sound, hall. This is also onomatopoeia. Sound दिलेले आहेत. आपण मागच्या वेळेला बघितलंय figures of speech मध्ये. When the sounds are given, that is called onomatopoeia. 1 second, I will go back and I will tell you. See here. Okay. Cars, cows and cars can cross it with ease. See that line, third line. And cows and cars can cross it with ease. You can see k in cows, k in cars, k in can, cross in k in cross. Everywhere k is repeated. And that figures of speech we have seen, that is called alliteration. Alliteration by the repeated sound, sound of consonant. Sound we have seen when it is repeated, that is called alliteration. Here, and cows and carts can cross it with ease. There we can see alliteration. The figures of speech is here. And here, the sounds of animals has given or bird has given, that is called, we have seen that, that is called onomatopoeia. Now, whenever you will learn new poem, find out the figures of speech. सवय लावा figures of speech शोधायचे. That will help you in 9th and 10th. Now the next stanza. Across lie groves of mango and palm. The village priests dwell in their cool shade. Girls and boys bathe close to the bank, splashing with their gamchas as they wade. Students, you will find that some words the poet has used from our Marathi also. Gamchas, next Ashad will come. These are non-English words he has used in this poem. Across lie groves of mango and palm. What is groves of mango and palm? In picture you can see lots of trees of mango and palm. Palm means tad. Many trees you can see at the bank. The trees are of mango and palm. The names, they are the names of the trees. Mango and palm are the names of the trees. They are there. And across lie groves. They are growing there. They are coming there, grows. What is mean grows? Grows means one. Lots of trees. Across lie. इथं आता lie म्हणजे खोटं घ्यायचं नाही. तर इथं lie means you can see there are. In that way you are going to take. The village priests, you can see that priest, Dharma Guru. He is sitting there in shade because it's very hot outside. That line shows that there is very hot. So the village priest dwell means living in their cool shade. They are also taking the shade help of the shade and sitting there in cool shade. Girls and boys bathe close to the bank. Now, bath and bathe. Listen carefully. Bath, B-A-T-H, bath. It's noun. अंघोळ. आणि bath means अंघोळ करणे. That is verb. Only E is added there. But it becomes verb. So, we will pronounce it bathe. Girls and boys bathe close to the bank. They are taking bath. Who are taking bath? Girls and boys. They are enjoying in the water because water is less. So they don't have fear. They are in the water and they are close to the bank, near to the bank, near to the shore. They are there, and what they are doing? Splashing with gamchas as they wade. Gamchas is a non-English word. Gamcha means towel. Actually, its pronunciation is towel. But here in our India, we use as a towel. It's towel actually. Gamchas means towel, which is very thick. पंचा म्हणतो आपण त्याला मराठीमध्ये पंचा. Gamchas. Splashing with, they are splashing water. You can see splashing. What is splashing in that picture? If you throw any stone in the water, it splash. कारंजा सारखं उडणे. They are using their towel to splash water. पाण्यामध्ये आपटता येते त्यांचे कपडे किंवा towel as they wade. What is wade? Wade. Wade. Wade means walking in a knee deep water. They are walking, they are going into in the river, in water. And water is less, so they are going ahead. And they are splashing. They are making sound. They are making karanja hoto tasa hota yete. And they means, in other words, the poet wants to tell that children are playing in the water with their gamchas, with their towel. Now the next. At dusk and dawn, once their bath is done. Now here it is bath. Before that it was bath, it is bath now. Is done. They deep wash clothes to trap small fish. To their household, task the wives return, having used a river, sand to spare each dish. Now see these two pictures. At dusk and dawn. Dawn means early in the morning and dusk means evening. He has used it as a phrase, dusk and dawn. Dusk and dawn means Sakal Sandhyaka, that is called. Once their bath is done, means children take bath 2 times in that river, in the morning and in the evening. What they do after that? They dip wash clothes to trap small fish. They dip wash clothes. What is their wash clothes means? Towel here. They use their gamchas or they use their towel for what? To trap small fish, to catch fish. You can see in that picture, boys are what the boys are doing. त्यांचा टॉवेलचा उपयोग ते मासे पकडायला करतात. They dip their towels or their wash clothes in water and they again catch that fish, small fish. Trap means catch, small fish. पाण्यातले छोटे मासे पकडण्यासाठी आत टाकतात टॉवेल आणि उचलतात. अडकलेले मासे गोळा करतात. They are just enjoying, that's all. To their household tasks, the wives return. In between, wives, actually wives. It is a plural form of wife. Wife म्हणजे बायको, wives. But here we will take it as a wives means women. In between, women came there with two household tasks, the wives return. Household tasks means whatever they want to do related to their daily work, घरातली कामं, they came there. What they do there? Having used river sand to square each dish. Square means scrub. They scrub utensils, dishes. भांडी घासण्यासाठी येतात. See how poet has described every point. First, he described how children enjoyed. Now he is making a picture, creating a picture in front of you that women are also there. And what they are doing? Women are scrubbing the dishes with, and they are using sand of river. Using sand of river, they are washing, scrubbing their dishes. Means everyone from the village is there at the bank of the river and everybody is enjoying. Now see the next. In Ashad, children, see, in first three stanzas, in first four stanzas, he has described summer season. Now he is describing in Ashad. In Ashad, clouds gather, the waters rise, the rivers inspate, the current grows strong. The air is rife with babbling sound as the muddy torrent swirls along. The woods on shore stir to life again, and our village wakens to celebrate the rain. Now what happens? Now it's Ashad. Ashad is Marathi month. In English, we can say rainy season. It's rainy season. We have seen that in Ashad, there is rain. Generally, at the end of June, it starts raining. Rainy season starts. And it goes on July, August, September, it goes on the rainy season. Means here in this stanza, poet is describing rainy season. In first few stanzas, he has described the summer season. Now he is describing rainy season. Totally different. In summer, we have seen children were enjoying because water was less. Household, women are there. Everything was there. But what happens in Ashad? In Ashad, the picture of river changes. Why? Let us see. In Ashad, clouds gather, the waters rise. Water rises. In means increase. आता आपण सन रायझेस म्हणतो. उगवला. इथं उगवला नाही. Increase, वाढलंय. The water increases in a river. In Ashad or in rainy season, we can see clouds gather in the sky. We can see clouds there. The rivers inspate. What they have written? Inspate means sudden flood of river. Flood in the river means sudden water increases and we can see flood of water. मोठा एकदम प्रवाह चालू होतो नदीचा. That is called inspate. The current grows strong. Here current mean प्रवाह. it grows and it flows heavily. The air is rife with babbling sound. Now, the air in rife means full of air is there. Vara vahato with babbling sound. Now, here again, onomatopoeia. The sound of the air is babbling sound. Yesterday only we have experienced it, the babbling sound. ढगांचा याचा हव्याचा आवाज, that is called babbling. As the muddy torrent swirls along, what they have given, see, the stir of life. What is stir of life? Means everyone become alive with sound and movement. In summer, we have seen there is no flow of water, only knee deep water, less water, so sound was not there. Air was also silent. But as Ashad, as rainy season starts, everyone alive. प्रत्येक जण जणू जिवंत होतं असं होतं आणि we can hear their sound. The woods on shore stir to life again. Woods. Here woods means लाकूड नाही. Woods means the place where lot of trees are there, jungle. It become alive. उन्हाळ्यात वाढलेलं पावसाळ्यामध्ये हिरवं होतं, जणू त्यांचं नवीन आयुष्य सुरू होतं. You can see greenery everywhere. You can see trees everywhere. New plants there because of this Ashad or rainy season. On bank of the river or shore of the river, you can see green trees, green plants. It shows that life again began. And our village wakens to celebrate the rain. Now villagers come together there at the bank of the river. They came there, all villagers came. Waken means came. Why they came? To celebrate the rain. पावसाचं स्वागत. They celebrate there. Children, you have learned the poem. Now, you have listened the poem also. So you are going to answer me some few questions. I have given you in A side some name and you have to tell the names. For example, 2 trees. You have to tell me the names of the 2 trees which you have come across in poem. कवितेत आलेले झाडांची नावं. 2 trees. Yes, try, children. Yes.
Teacher, can I Gayatri?
Yes.
First is mango and second is palm.
Palm, yes. Children, keep in mind, L is there, you will not pronounce it. Gayatri has pronounced it very nicely, very good. Palm, L is silent. Mango and palm. Now next, 2 animals. You have also seen the names of 2 animals. Can you tell? Yes?
Wolf.
Hello? Yes. Yes. Hello?
Teacher, first is cow and second is jackal.
Yes, correct. Cow and jackal. Yes, correct. Very good. 2 seasons we have seen.
Summer.
Yes.
Winter.
Yes, winter. Okay. Summer, and the next was the clouds were in the sky. What was that? So all villagers gathered there. What was that season?
Teacher, and rainy, Vishaka.
Yes, Vishaka, correct. You were, yeah. Rainy season. Yes, summer and rainy. Children, what I said, you have to tell the names of season from poem. Winter is correct. That is also name of the season. But what poet has described 2 seasons. In first few stanzas, he has described summer, and in last he has described Ashad, means rainy season. And the last one, two different timings of the day. He has described two timings in the poem.
Teacher, Vishakha.
Yes.
Dusk and down.
Dusk and down means? Dusk and down means? Do you remember anything? Dusk and
Teacher,
dawn.
morning and evening.
Correct. Very good. Very good. I'm very happy that you have listened to me very carefully. Yes, dusk and dawns means morning and evening. He has described both the pictures. Now, I will give you some time, 2 minutes to read. Read that puzzle. And what will be, who am who I am, means you have to tell. I have given you description. You have to tell the thing which is described in these lines. I will read for you. I always run, I never walk. I often murmur, but never talk. I have a bed, but never sleep. I have a mouth, but hardly eat. I love to fall, but can't climb up. Guess who I am? Please don't give up. Yes, try. The thing is that अशी गोष्ट which runs, but it cannot walk. It murmur, kuzbuz, but it cannot talk. It has a bed, bank. It has a bank, bed, but it never sleep. It has mouth also, but hardly eat. It falls, but it cannot climb. Which is that thing?
Teacher, can I Gayatri?
Yes.
The answer is river.
Yes, correct. River. River. A river can run, but it cannot walk. पळते पण चालत नाही. Yes. It murmur means sound you can listen, but it cannot talk like us. It has a bed. Bed means bank, but it never sleep. Bed means we can sit sleep. We used to sleep, but it cannot sleep there. It has a mouth, but hardly eat. And it love to fall. It falls from high. वरून खाली पडते, but it cannot climb. Yes, very good. Very good. Your answers were correct. You paid attention. So this is homework for you. You can take screenshot. You have to fill up that table of seasons. In first row, I have given you time of the year. For example, February to mid of the February means फेब्रुवारीचा अर्ध्या भागानंतर उत्तरार्धात to mid to April. April, that is called Vasant. In Marathi, we call it Vasant. You have to find out what in English they call. English, what they call, we have to see. You have to find. If you find difficult, you can go on Google and you can find it. Complete that table and show to your teacher. So, thank you very much. This is today's our lesson is completed. Thank you.